Hey there Pisces, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This one is for August 14th to the 20th. We're going to jump in and see what's on the cards and bring through this message. Just before I get started, don't forget to like, share, comment, please hit the subscribe button. Really it's all engagement based on YouTube for the algorithm, so if we don't get the engagement then the robots think, oh, no one likes Wild Lotus Tarot and fall out, and yeah, basically you can't keep creating free content without earning the AdSense money, okay? It's a necessary evil, unfortunately. So I'd love it if you could do that. In the description of this video, you'll find the links if you'd like a personal tune-in, a personal reading for your specific circumstances, to learn tarot with me, to join my karmic community, which is my email newsletter, and also to join me on social media. I'm super active on Instagram, and that's where I spend a lot of my time if you want to join me over there. Okay, let's start this reading. So Pisces, I'm getting started with a Moonology Oracle card. Oh, and I've got Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, South Node. Okay, so if you know a little bit about astrology, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you, the South Node, they say, is sort of what we journeyed in our direct past life, right? And it's usually the known and the familiar when we come into this life. So we'll often start choosing, similar relationships or career paths or patterns of behavior, etc., as our South Node placement. But because it's not really what we're meant to be doing in this life, it can kind of lead to sticking points or challenges. Where we're meant to be journeying is found in our North Node. So if you've got your birth chart, and you can get free ones online, you might want to look at the placements, because really we're being pulled towards what's in our North Node. So we'd be looking at the houses and the sign of that placement, and there's clues there for you. But it feels like there's maybe a repeated familiar pattern or cycle that is from your past here, and you're being asked to move away from it. Now, it could be as simple as like your attitude towards money, or the way you've been loving in your relationship, or look, maybe it is something to do with work, career that you've been really focused on and it's not working for you, and this is your confirmation to change. All right, with that said, let's grab you a major arcana. If you know about tarot, the major arcana are the big themes, the trumps, the life lessons that we all do pass through, and you are passing through, Pisces, of the star. And that is perfect. It's perfect because we've just had that chat about life purpose, basically, and moving towards your calling in this lifetime. And the star, for me, always talks about destiny and being aligned with your life plan. If you're a regular watching my readings, I do talk about the greater kind of spiritual concepts quite a lot, and I believe that we come here in this lifetime with a plan for our lives, right? And that's a plan that we made with our spirit team and our guides before you were born here, for your birth. And then we're given free will, so free will and a lot of amnesia, so we forget our life plan. And part of the plan becomes, and part of your life lesson becomes, actually finding the doors to step through, finding the people that you're supposed to be having relationships with, moving away from South Node activities and experiences, and finding what really is our truth, and that is what is for our best and highest good, which isn't always what we actually want to choose. So the star is a card of rebirth, and we're in Lionsgate at the moment. I'm recording this on the 9th of August. Now, this energy of Lionsgate that you may have heard of, the 8-8 portal, is with us for the next week or two. So it's not just a moment. This is a powerful time for manifesting the new and making a declaration to yourself today that I'm going to make a decision for my best and highest good. Okay, so the Lionsgate is where the Sirius star, the star in the Orion constellation, aligns with the sun and earth, right? So we have this powerful portal, and it activates the Leo energy, and that is to do with strength, courage, and determination to follow the true call of the heart. So the star is the Aquarian energy. You may also be dealing with an Aquarius. And Pisces, let's get the cards out. All right, situational energy. Oh, the world. Whole new cycle, and this is a spiritual graduation. So whatever is in that South Node, or whatever you're moving away from, whatever you feel, look, I am so done with that, I can't do it anymore, I'm not going around for another cycle. You don't have to, but you do need to choose differently, okay, to avoid it. Yeah, You've got to choose differently to avoid it, because your challenge is the Nine of Swords, right? Getting out of that spiral. And we'll clarify these in a moment. Ten of Pentacles in the advice. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous energy. What do we have? So you got 9s and 10s. You're so close to completing a really powerful cycle. It could be a 10 or 20 year cycle with the cards here. Like the World is card 21. We've got the 9, we've got the 10, and I've got the Knight of Wands, which is you moving powerfully forward. 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I just feel that you're wrapping up quite a significant cycle here, and you know, it's never easy or without its pain when we go through that, but what we gain on the other side really makes it all worth it. Too many there. Let me choose. So clarifying the World, I've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles and the World in this situation. Now, few themes coming through here. Being a general reading, I will give them to you. This is Capricorn energy. So don't let your past hold you back. Capricorn energy links to the Devil, and it could be something that you feel very enticed by, the situation that you're in, but it actually forms an entrapment, or it makes you feel like you don't have the power to change or to end the cycle. Okay, now the Devil has no power over us, but we give it power. So there's a situation here that I think you've been kind of playing into, and it might have had the illusion of comfort or the illusion of safety or security, but actually it isn't, right? Or it's had its time. Now the Queen of Pentacles can link to themes of house, home, money, business. So maybe in one of those areas. It's also a card of mother. So there could be something here, don't you let your past hold you back, something that happened through your mother's ancestral line, or in your relationship with your mother, or your relationship to maybe become a mother as well with this energy. Now, whatever that is for you, and it's a general reading, you will know, you'll absolutely know what this is. It's done, and you're probably moving through the final judgment right now and trying to make that final powerful judgment call to free yourself, to liberate yourself. And sometimes that is not a no-brainer, and it isn't easy, because it can on paper add up, but it doesn't add up in your heart. So the World, spiritual graduation from that cycle, the last major arcana, the Fool's journey from ignorance to enlightenment. You are enlightened in this situation. You see everything clearly. You can see the journey and how it's all connected and what's led you to it now. And you've also had a lot of learning in this situation, but you've learnt what you need to. Maybe you've actually been around in it one cycle too many, but that's cool, because we can always change timelines. We can always, you know, make up for lost time and get back, you know, in alignment with our birth plan. So vulnerably, you're being asked to close the cycle here. And like I said, I think it's been a long one, 10 to 20 years. Be different for all of you, but it's significant, okay? Now, in the challenge position, I've got the 9 of Swords, and this can be painting those worst case scenarios. But what if I leave and, you know, lose all my money, or I'm alone, or I can't rebuild from this, or I fall into depression, you know? I think that the fear and the anxiety of, you know, the kind of, I can't think of the word. The thought of it is worse than the reality, is what I'm trying to say. Oh my goodness, I pulled the same card. The World is called the Universe in this deck. So there is worry about closing the cycle, because it might be, well, you know, I feel this did provide some kind of stability or security or money or home base for you. And you might be like, well, that's been a safety net there. And if I, you know, cut ties with that, I'm on my own, or I'm exposed, or I'm vulnerable in some way. But Spirit is saying, yeah, Pisces, this is done. And this is why it's actually a victory card, because you're actually, you know, this is your win, and it won't make sense until down the track. The advice is the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10s, of course, are completion points, right? And it's completing some kind of, you know, I keep coming back to the stable home environment. Well, you'll see in a minute when I hold up the card, that's exactly what we see there. And the Page of Cups, yeah. So you are completing that situation, but what Spirit is saying is that there will be new opportunities to recreate something new and more in alignment for you. So the Page of Cups is an unexpected energy. Now this might have been unexpected that you're facing this at this time. Some of you might have had an unexpected opportunity come up as the catalyst for change, the change catalyst, because often we will stay in a situation until there's a crisis point or a catalyst for change. Otherwise, we don't really have any motivation to do things differently, especially if it's like, well, you know, I've kind of got 10 of Pentacles here, even though there's a bit of illusion around it. It might not be necessarily happy. I have stability and security, and you know, the human condition is to nest in that. But the Page of Cups can be a messenger of opportunity that brings the Ace of Cups and says, hey, you could transform your life. There is an emotional new beginning. You don't have to stay here. You know, maybe the cycle is done. So I see that somebody may come forward, and I actually see you accepting that. And the thing about the Page of Cups is that it brings you something that's really different, something that you might not have expected going in that direction, but it actually ends up being perfect for you. It's a real card of joy and play and happiness and recovering what I think you have lost in this situation across these last few years. Okay, Knight of Wands, 10 of Swords in the outcome. Let's see what that comes through with. The Knight of Cups. Well, that is one of your cards. There's 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That is one of your cards, Pisces, but I also see this as being the new door that is opening. So we do have a 10 of Swords ending, and there is some kind of pain involved because it's been a long cycle. Even if you're not happy here, it's a big shift, right? It's the end of an era. It's the end of a significant chapter in your life, but it gives way to the Sun energy, and we're in this powerful Leo Sun activation at the moment with Lionsgate, where you're actually being asked to have the strength, courage and determination, all of that Leo fire, to follow the call of the heart. And your heart is calling you towards this Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, that brings you the Ace of Cups, an emotional new beginning that can grow and flourish, that can fulfill your cup, that can bring you happiness and growth on a different level, because it's North Node energy, right? It could be unfamiliar or uncharted territory, but it will feel good and you will recognize it. You know, you'll recognize that feeling again of being lit up. So the Knight of Wands is you moving forward and saying, you know what? Yeah, it's painful, but I got to move on, right? I got a life plan, and I'm going to honor that, right? And your spirit guides are cheering you on. You're probably seeing 555 or 1111 because they are major, you know, cards for gateways, decision making, change and expansion. The Knight of Wands is you saying yes to change and saying, you know what, I'm going to move towards that new potential, even though it might be scary and this has been painful. I'm going to rip the band-aid off because I know that there is new doors opening and that I'm graduating the cycle, and ultimately I am just ready for change. Stars are aligning for you. You're being divinely protected and guided towards those new doorways. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I will leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed this message. If you'd like a personal reading, links down below, and you'll also find the Instagram link and things down there also. What else? Oh yes, please do like, share, comment, and hit subscribe. I'd be forever grateful. And I am just sending you so much love and magic, Pisces. Do take care. Bye for now.